for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other, and who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Blackwater ledger to the sand kicking up a fuss in Mexico. Sure. All right. Left the eye and drunk his head. It's all coming our way. Your news, right here. I don't feel...
Mr. Marfin, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
steer clear of Pleasant House if I were you.
All righty, Mr. Marston, let's get. Is that right? If you say so. Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus. Mister?
Come on. Slow down.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years. Now, folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk round those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah. Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Damn coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill. Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Come on. Slow up. Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here. There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Kia! Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like. To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Whoa there! I don't have time to be waiting around! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around. Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. I don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you? Let's see that rifle. I want a couple of these for the pop. Nice shoot! That's it, kill those little varmints. You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Thank you, Mr. Martin. Looks like we'll be having rabbit stew tomorrow. Mount back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch. Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover. If it's not the rustler stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Damn coyotes are back! We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston! Come on, they're heading for the chicken coop.
Whoa! Yeah! Slow up. Gotcha. Down you come.
Yes, you got one!
Whoa there.
Easy now. Nice shot. Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williams. And did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Here we are. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Please be aware of the social disease carried by a certain young lady. There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones. I believe the town of Blackwater would benefit from some kind of parade. Well,
hello.
Oh, Mr. Marston. How are you doing today?
I'm well, Miss McFarland. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. So, how are your ribs?
Fine. A little sore, but apart from a couple extra scars, it'll be as nothing happened.
Good. Come in, come in. You know, you never did tell me how you met that Bill Williamson or what you wanted from him.
No, miss, I did not.
Well, why not, if you don't mind me asking?
I certainly don't mind you asking if you don't mind me not telling. See, it's a complicated and somewhat pathetic tale, and by telling you, not only would I be putting your life in danger, but also threatening the lives of some people that I hold very dear.
Well, I apologize if I seem to be prying.
And I apologize for my reticence. Hope you believe me when I say that it's simply out of respect for you.
Of course, Mr. Marston. I understand that a city dweller such as yourself likes to have some exotic secrets, so us country folk are impressed.
I'm no city man, miss.
Yeah, but I saw you get on the train at Blackwater. You with those gentlemen in bowler hats?
I'm still no city man.
But I bet you can't ride, Mr. Marston.
I hate to take money from a lady, miss.
Oh, you won't be. I'll race you right now.
If it makes you happy.
We'll see. All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts. Giddy up!
Yeah.
On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on.
You're gonna wear that horse out.
Should I wait for you to catch up? Are you saving the best for last?
Yeah!
Easy.
I have got you now!
Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, easy up now. Whoa. Let's go. Whoa there. Let's go. Load up now. Let's go.
was fun.
Sure.
You know, you should go pay the marshal a visit in Armadillo sometime. I'm sure he could help you deal with that nice Mr. Williamson.
Yeah, I might just do that, Miss McFarland.
You do whatever you think's best, Mr. Marston.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Slow down! Excuse me.
Hey, hey, you got a visitor.
Shut up, you! And what you want?
My name's John Marston. You wanted to speak to me.
I did?
Apparently so.
Why?
I guess because we're both in the business of the law.
You that fella from the train company?
No, I'm from Fort Mercer.
Fort Mercer? You them, one of them Williamson boys.
Calm down.
Go on, shoot him, mister. Shoot him.
Come on, what, you getting cute with me, boy?
What's going on here?
I got me one of them Williamson boys.
I got me one of them idiots who give marshals a bad name.
Jonah, put your gun down. You must be the man from Blackwater.
Yes, sir. Listen, that dog ain't too bright, but he seems loyal.
Jonah, get out of here for a minute.
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson, sir. And you. Oh, I done seen enough of your hide around here, friend.
I think there's some school children down the way you can go and frighten.
Oh, hardy fucking har. Dickhead.
What are you doing here, Mr. Marston? Apart from frightening my deputies.
I'm here to capture or kill Bill Williamson.
Okay.
Can you help me?
He's outside my jurisdiction. He's in the next county. Of course, Bill Williamson and his boys have tended to keep themselves away from my town.
So you're happy to have him out there?
Well, I ain't happy, but I also ain't suicidal. My job is to keep this town safe, not clean up all of these 3 counties. It's hard enough around here.
You know, I hear you speak, and suddenly I'm reminded of how some of the people I respected most in my life had a problem with authority. What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm sure you and your fine friends have enjoyed spending your time running around pursuing noble causes. My cause is to keep this town from turning into a living hell for the folks who live here. Whole world has problems, mister, and I'm here doing what I can.
Why? What's happening?
Right now, I got the railway, the people who pay my salary, trying to get me to turn a blind eye to them burning down settlements up there. I got a bunch of cattle rustlers out near Box Canyon needs shutting down. Not forgetting the gang that keeps murdering homesteaders out in the back country. And I got a bunch of hoods over in the saloon, drunk, threatening to shoot up the whole town. That's all I got today. But it's early yet. Give me a couple more days. There'll be more.
All right, tell you what. Let's go deal with them hoods in the saloon. Then we'll discuss Williamson.
Okay, boy. You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Come on then, Marston. Follow me. Stop lagging back there. Let's get this over with.
So who are we looking for?
Bunch of 2-bit hoodlums, led by this fella called Walton. Goddamn road agents who prey on the stages coming in and out of town. Drivers and armadillos spend more time with their hands in the air than on the reins these days.
And you're happy to let them drink in your saloon?
Happy? No. The way I figure it, better they're carousing in there than out robbing decent folk.
That's an interesting approach to law enforcement.
There's the dumb rat bastard now. Let's follow him. See what kind of hole he crawls into.
Mount up, Marston. Walton's our man. God damn it, he's on to us. Get after him.
If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. But a few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walton's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Cholla Springs, Gap Tooth Ridge, these boys get around. Walton's a start, but there's plenty more where he came from. Boo now. Headed for Pleasant's house. Let's stop so we can get a better look.
Slow up.
Looks like we got company, boys.
Damn. Take cover. We'll work our way up this hill.
Take cover behind that wagon.
You're shooting fresh air there, boy. Behind the crate, Marston! Smoke him up! Sled or rope! Make your choice!
You're a coward, Lee Johnson! Scum!
Don't mess with me!
Why don't you try pointing at somebody before you pull the trigger, genius?
You should run off home!
Just Walton left now. Try to take him alive. Nice shooting, boy. I'd have preferred him to swing. I guess beggars can't be choosers. At least we got this son of a bitch.
Not a bad shot, Mr. Marston. Why don't you check in with me next time you're in town?
I don't want to be no policeman, Marshal.
Nor did I, my friend. I can promise you that. I'll see you soon, Mr. Marston.
Yeah! Whoa there!
There's much treasure here. You want map? I retire. Here, take map. You earn it.
Thanks, mister. I could use a little luck. I need it more than you now. Come on. Slow down.
Armadillo 731. What is it with these things? Hello? It's a new line. Hello? Hello?
Sounds fun. What's happening?
I have no idea. Yeah, if it's important, they'll send someone down like they did with you.
Suddenly, the world is full of theys.
Yeah. I remember when we first got here. We used to consider people from Dade County to be exotic. Now guys can get here from the Midwest, and they can do it in 6 days.
Things have changed.
They've gotten away from me. Hello? I don't understand it no more, boy. Honest to goodness.
I'm not sure I do.
Marshall! 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 I just been up in the canyon, spying like you said. I think I seen me a couple of them rustlers. I think it was the Ballard twins and a couple of Mexicans.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go. You ride with us again, Marston?
Will you help me?
I will try.
It'd be my pleasure.
Where is he?
How long you been working for the government, Marston? Stay with us, Marston. You never know. The Ballard twins might have set up an ambush. I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin?
Nothing, I reckon.
All this manifest destiny hogwash, taming a wild land, bringing modernization and betterments to the West. It's only made the rich richer and the poor poorer, and it's killed a way of life.
Building a factory over a field ain't gonna help nobody I know.
Look at what they've done to the natives for God knows how many years now. It's hardly like they're gonna suddenly start respecting a man's right to work his land.
That's different. They're savages.
It ain't that different, Jonah.
Come on. Are you sure it was the Ballard twins, Eli?
Sure as shooting. I'd know those boys any place.
Are these the same rustlers who've been causing the McFarlands so much trouble?
If you want to avoid a rope around your neck, I'd advise you to stay on 2 feet around that ranch, Marston.
We're nearly there. Keep your eyes out for the Ballards. Yeah! All right, boys. Let's proceed on foot from here.
Let's go!
Head for the fort!
Whoa!
Be ready, boys. We're probably going to be outnumbered.
And those bastards ain't short on firepower, neither.
Let's see how many there are. If we can take them alive, good. If not, smoke the sons of bitches.
Music to my ears, Marshal.
Look out! Rustler guard! No. Gun him down! Help me out here, will you? There's one more for the vultures. You boys take the left fork. I'm going this way. Marston, you can tag along with me or join the deputies. There he is.
What you doing back there?
Come on then, Marston. Just make sure you don't slow me down. Come on, you coward. There's a couple of the rat bastards. Put down your guns and surrender. Come on, prairie chicken. God. push on. Damn you. There's our boys on the other side. Eyes up! We ain't finished yet.
Somebody's taking evidence yourself tonight.
Surrender, or I'll kill you all! Hellfire! Head for that camp. Blast them, boy. Come on! Let's get these sons of bitches! I'm giving you one last chance to put your hands in the air! Why don't you point that at one of the fellas who's shooting at us? That bastard won't be rustling no more. You better surrender! You hear? Nice shot! Oh my good God! I see one of them. There's the son of a bitch. Good shooting, partner. Looks like there's some ammunition lying about if you need it. I'll meet you up on the ridge.
Excuse me, partner. I ain't getting fresh.
Let's push it. Watch out. Looks like there's a couple of snipers over there. Look out! There are them snipers. Stay close! Get those thieving bastards! Got one! This way! Let's push on. It sounds like the deputies could use a hand. Hang in there! For Christ's sakes! Damn fine shooting, boys. Come on, let's regroup. This looks as good a spot as any. Gather around and listen up. Let's get as close as we can before opening fire. Fire at wheel, boys! Try to keep them cabin hostages alive! Let's clear out Pike Basin once and for all!
This would be a fair fight if you could shoot straight.
I'll kill the hell out of you!
Good shooting, boy!
What the hell are you aiming at me for? Your days are over.
You ain't leaving Pike Basin alive! You got him good!
Forgive me, friend.
I think that's all of them. Fine shooting, boys. Now come on, let's untie those hostages.
Thanks, Marshal. We're indebted to you with our lives.
Just get them cattle back safe.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Marston.
Yes, well done.
Now, about Williamson.
I'll do what I can. You know, as you can see, this country is infested with all manner of scum.
You'd say that again.
But one other thing, Marston. Mr. Johnson, sir. It's Mr. Wes Dickens. He's missing.
Who?
Mr. Wes Dickens, the tonics merchant. He was due in town last week.
Oh, the narcotic and bat piss salesman who cons housewives out of their money with promises of eternal youth.
Yes, him, but I think you're being a little unfair. He's helped a great many of the county, and many of the townsfolk are really missing him.
You hear that, Marston? We just butchered a gang of thieves, and the town is up in arms about a missing snake oil merchant. I am so glad to be serving such a wise and respectable people. Come on, Eli.
What have you got for me? Let's go! Yeah! Whoa! Faster!
Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarland. How are you?
I'm well. Would you mind riding with me to Armadillo? I've got to get some supplies and I could do with the company.
Of course.
You can take the reins. It wouldn't do for a terrifying bounty hunter such as yourself to be seen driven around by a woman. Take the driver's seat. Come on. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
You never did tell me where you live.
I have a small holding up in Great Plains.
A farmer? Yeah, and I'm the Queen of England. And at what point during your day of hunting down outlaws do you find time to raise chickens?
Only been at it 3 years or so. I guess I'm kind of new to it.
You're telling me? So who's looking after this farm of yours right now?
Uncle. Well, he's not my uncle, as far as I know.
So this is Armadillo. Manhattan it is not, but it does okay for us. Most important thing for you right now is getting yourself into Dr. Johnson's office to purchase some medicine. The first one's on me.
Thank you, miss. I'll pay you back.
I'm sure you shall. The doc's a good fellow. He saved your life, so be polite to him. Meet me in front of the general store when you're done.
Hello!
How would Armadillo get by without me?
Hey, partner.
I got stock of them electric belts if you need to lose weight.
The marshal may as well hand Armadillo.
Any meds, laudanum, adrenaline, or pills, come see me.
Darn newcomers.
I paid for new horse.
Good. I got what I need.
The marshal best step up post haste. Men starting to question his steel. Don't say.
I wish I was dead.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was nice to be able to enjoy the view for once, and a little company never hurts now and again.
You're more than welcome, miss. Least I can do. Thank you for the medicine.
Why don't you have a look around Armadillo? You can always take a stagecoach back to the ranch later.
I might just do that. Travel safely, miss.
Try not to get yourself shot. I won't be around to save you this time.
If they wouldn't arrest me for it, I'd torch that train station. Jim Murphy's the name, and I got all the...
How are you, mister?
There you go. You hear Jim Murphy at the gun shop lost his son to cholera? Greetings.
That's what I need.
I hope you keep protected.
Why don't you jump?
Don't mess with me!
Come on.
Hey, you, Cincinnati guy, come over here.
Come on. Come. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. You need help? Mister, you alive?
Fuck. God damn it. Good heavens.
Excuse me?
I said, no, I'm not okay. Do I look like I'm okay?
You look pretty good for a corpse.
Praise be.
Move up, mister. Time to get you to a doctor or an undertaker. Whichever you need once we get down.
St. Peter, open up them pearly gates. I'm coming home.
Come on, mister. Come on.
Hurry, sir. I'm bleeding like a badly butchered hog.
You'll be fine. Just focus.
You better take the reins. I don't think I'm strong enough. I'm finished. Done for.
Just sit up straight, will you?
The closest doctor is in Armadillo. What is your name, friend?
John Marston.
Oh, good God! Out of the frying pan into the fire!
Excuse me?
How many outlaws can a man encounter in one day?
You must have me mistaken with somebody else, friend.
The Pollard twins, Walton's gang. I know who you are. My God! They've come back to finish me off! That's it! Sound the salute! Clear the way! Is that all? Praise be! There's still hope! You're killing me! Get back on the damn road!
What the hell happened to you?
Bandits! Hoodlums! The scoundrels robbed me blind and left me to die!
I can see that.
Once again, I'm a victim of my own success. They see a man in a well-cut suit and this happens.
Do you know who they were?
No idea. I'm not the kind of man who has enemies.
You do now.
I give so much and still they take. We live in an uncivilized and graceless world, friend. Look out, John! More of them! I knew you'd come.
What?
I knew this wasn't my time. He has a greater purpose for me.
You're delirious or plain dumb, friend.
Fate brought you to my aid. Why else are you helping me? Is that Armadillo? Come on, hurry! Yeah, I embrace you.
For Christ's sakes, man, you're gonna be fine.
Take
We're nearly
me
there.
into your arms.
You need more than a doctor, my friend. This is it. You're gonna make it.
Oh.
the devil are we?
Armadillo. We made it safe, you'll be happy to know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You're a gentleman and a true man of honor.
Coming from you, I doubt that means much, but I appreciate the civility.
I owe you, sir. And I always pay my debts. Jesus. But if I die, I'm sorry for it. If not, I'll be your man for...
Let's get you fixed up first. Then we'll decide what you're my man for.
Shy, big man. Spend some time with
You rotten son of a bitch! Help! Someone!
Stinking whore. I'm gonna cut you a new hole. You think I'm a joke? Go on then. Laugh!
You lost your damn mind.
What are you waiting for? Climb aboard.
You don't like me much. Go! Come on! Yeah. Come on. Hey, you there! Look out! You're making a big mistake, friend! Come on. Let's see what you got.
Easy.
Sir, greetings. That miracle turn makes your chestnuts bleed. Better watch it.
The things you say, honestly.
Bye now.
Goodbye. I don't trust that Jeremiah Somerset with his plan.
That house of yours is gonna get you in trouble. Hello there. There's a change of season in the air. I feel it in my patient's bones. I'm eagerly awaiting delivery of a new variety of bone.
Hey, good to see you.
Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson. To settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him.
My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang.
My word. What a difficult life you've lived.
The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way.
But you killed people.
Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. I said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me?
Well, I can try. What do you need, money?
No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture.
Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Budding farmers such as yourself learned how to herd cattle. Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
I hope you understand now why I've been playing my cards somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. They're lucky to have a man like you.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you. Slow it up now.
All right, let's see if you can herd cows as well as you can charm humanity.
Slow up.
Nice job, Mr. Marston.
Come on, boys.
That's it.
No.
Come on.
We're moving. He's got it.
Come on. Hey.
Drive them down the road, Mr. Marston.
Look at the cowboy.
Whoa.
Ain't that hard, is it? Get that, Joe. Come on,
Yeah.
dumb heifers.
Get right at them. Drive them this way.
Come on. Come with the bow, Joe.
Easy. Come on. Whoa.
Nail it down.
Come on, easy up now.
Good. Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing.
Slow down.
Whoa there. Keep sweeping behind them. That way they'll stay together.
Let's go. Whoa. Come on. Slow it up now.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch.
Come on. Nowhere. Let's go.
You'll get along fine here, son. I get gone.
Don't mention it, friend.
What's happening here?
Go! Come on! Yeah. Let's go. Easy.
Ah, since you're here, you want to make yourself useful?
Not particularly.
Listen, son, I know you got a mission, but right now I need another gun.
Why? What's happening?
We've had this problem for months with this group of bandits who are getting drunk and murdering settlers. Last night they went to a big place up near Ridgewood.
They burnt the place down, killed the men, burning most of them alive, and raped the women. Women folk then got their throats slit. One of them survived and walked in here this morning.
Anyway, we got a posse gathering up near Ridgewood. Will you ride with us?
All right.
Thank you, John Marston. It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind, sir.
Hey, wait up!
Where is he?
All right, boys, let's move it out. Marston, I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people. It's a medical breakthrough from the East. The result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. Times is changing fast.
He's no more a scientist than I am a priest. But people can spend their hard-earned money however they please.
He's certainly a character, that West Dickens.
I can't understand a goddamn word he said.
A more flannel-mouthed bunco artist I've never met.
Hey, Marshal, see those vultures?
We should check it out. Marston, Eli, go see what it is.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal! Man, this don't look too good.
Somebody was so busy killing people, they went and dropped their gun. Come!
Let's stay on this road. Maybe the folks at Ridgewood Farm saw something.
What kind of man does that?
A bunch of weak men. A pack of cowards is the most dangerous kind.
Some men are just born plain evil.
I think it's this land that makes them men, as much as the other way around. Men are born, and then they're formed. At least that's how I see it.
Who could have done such a thing?
Any number of people. Especially now the word's out we're cleaning up the county.
Between Walton's boys and the rustlers, we've been spilling a lot of blood.
I can see more vultures up ahead.
God damn it. Come on, let's take a look.
Man, more dead bodies. And the fire's still smoking. Those scumbags must still be around.
Come on.
Yeah!
Their trail leads to Ridgewood Farm. Come on, let's hurry.
Sons of bitches!
Didn't you once run a gang of outlaws, Marston?
Yeah, but not like that. It wasn't our way. At least it wasn't my way.
Killing and thieving's never right, boy. No matter how you dress it up.
Unless it's ordered by a court of law, you mean?
Place looks deserted. Where is everyone? Let's search the area.
Shed's clear, Marshal. No one here. Come on. Easy.
That ain't right. No one would board up a barn like this. Come on, John. Shoot that door open.
Holy sweet mother of mercy.
Please, please don't shoot me. Some bandits came by and took us hostage. They're holed up in the farmhouse. Some of my family is being kept hostage inside.
This has gone far enough. Get into that house and smoke those sons of bitches. I see one of them.
breath! Are you kidding? Oh my good God!
What have we got here?
Stay with me!
You messed with the wrong damn lawman! Jesus, well!
I'm the goddamn law.
What? He's fixing it. Oh. You and me gonna have ourselves some fun. See my first time, Mr. Come.
Make a break for the shed when the coast is clear. There'll be a deputy waiting for you.
Thank you. I was convinced I was dead.
Damn you.
I don't believe
This has gone far enough. Get into that house and smoke those sons of bitches.
Ain't your life worth living?
All right, let's see.
Who the hell you think you are? I'm about to love you. This is gonna be your last one. Hellfire!
What now? Don't make me kill you!
Ain't you a pretty little thing? I'm gonna enjoy this!
Shed. Keep your head down.
Oh, thank God.
I'm the goddamn law.
Waiting for you in the shed out back. Make a run for it when it's clear.
They did unspeakable things to me.
Look like that's all of them. Let's see how the hostages are doing.
Some folk tried escaping to the south, but then some robbers started chasing him down like wild dogs. I thought you were supposed to protect us, Marshal. You folk ain't men. You ain't nothing. You're just a man on a government payroll taking money that the rest of us have to pay for with our lives. Yeah. What is wrong with this country?
Mount up, men. The man that kills the boss of that bunch gets $50.
It ain't about the money, Marshal. These are people's lives, people's homes.
Let's go! Get on your horse, boy!
Hurry, boys. Let's get after him.
Yeah.
Do you think they might be headed for Fort Mercer, Marshal?
What? Williamson's men?
Maybe. All this sure looks like their handiwork.
Makes sense if they took this road.
Come on, Marshal. This might be our chance.
Yeah.
What's your beef with Williamson anyway, Marston?
Let's just say he's the currency in a complicated transaction.
What the hell you talking about?
Some people I have the displeasure of knowing want him dead.
Why does that involve you?
We used to run in a gang together.
Come on.
It was once like family.
If this is how you treat your family, I'd hate to see what you do to your enemies.
That was a lifetime ago. But bearing in mind, he's left me for dead the last 2 times I've seen him. I'm about figuring we've moved past him.
Wait, who's that up there?
You just walk away now, John. I didn't kill you before, but I sure as shit will now.
Get yourself down here, Bill. You know you ain't man enough to stop me. You know I don't want to kill you, but I will.
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John. Dutch always said you were an arrogant son of a bitch. I guess he was about right. Get him, boys! Everybody, take cover! In that shed!
This way!
Keep together and stay in here. This is the best cover we got. Nobody leaves this shack.
You starting to regret this yet?
You bastards killed a lot of innocent people. God damn it, there's more of them.
You're gonna lose. You know why?
Nobody leaves this shack.
Run away, pal! I guess that's that then.
Hey, look what I got here. There's something that you're still breathing. Come here, boy. Come on, Bessie, give. Oh.
Norman Deek. Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for your help, John. Norman here is gonna help us get to Bill. Ain't you, Norman?
Thank you, Mr. Deke. Mighty kind.
Fuck you!
Hog time. Let's get him to jail.
Let's make this quick. I need to clear my name. This should do it.
Well, we gotta reach out.
You mind if I
There
sit
is
on your knee?
nobody
Your
here
baby ain't
who's
never
better than
had
me.
love like this.
Sorry, I ain't that kind of feller no more.
Well, I got paid not to tell them all.
Biggest thing to happen in Cooper lately.
Never been like people up.
Aaron Salt.